In this video I'm showing you typical Norwegian structures, what you can do on your property, behind your house or somewhere else on your property. So stay tuned to follow this up. Sometimes if you find out later on that the shed I built is not so practical and you have to redo everything, even stones and sand is coming always down, so it's a really bad position, so I have to redo it and make it a bit more nice. So just moving all the parts. So this is how life is. I'm still not so experienced with a house, still if I have it for many years, but as always you would like to redo and do some stuff differently. I have to say this is really exhausting. After 4 hours I'm still working on this. So I hope that this upper part will not fall down in the future. Otherwise it's maybe several hours more work. So I'm not quite sure if I should do something about it or if I should think it will be okay. So after I made the foundation, I was using my laser leveling, this one, for get it everything straight and to determine how high it should be here. Because over there it's much more higher and I would like to have it on the same level to get the most of the space. So I had to put it a lot higher than expected. Why I use so thick material, it's what I had. So I don't need to buy something, but it's really overkill. I could have it like half normally. But as the prices are so high, I decided to buy this one. And you see here, this is on the foundation. And here to connect it. I could also make it stronger later. So this is the start of a shed. And in this corner I will have wood storage to dry my wood. At the moment it's there. And I have to cut a lot of wood for this upcoming winter to be prepared. If it's energy prices, electricity in Norway will get way higher again. Oh man, it can be really hard in Norway. It's like raining for nearly 2 months and it still keep going on. It's really difficult to build something, so I had to make a shelter now. It's going to destroy my construction. I'm not sure if the water damage is already done, but I need to check it. As you can see, the wind has destroyed everything yesterday, so I have to start all over again. But this is the life up here in the north. It's not always easy and it's more difficult. The rain is keep coming at me, so I had to build a shelter once more again, and it cost me 1 hour. There will be strong wind. This will be getting ripped apart, so I don't have so much time to fix it. You just need to work around. It takes just a double time to work like this. But the rain is keep coming and it's not getting better the next few weeks, and I only have the next few weeks, so what should I do? I need to improvise just to get the shed part protected from all the side. So I need to build up the walls and the protective cover on the top and on the side, and then I can leave it as it is. Yeah, this happens if you hurry too much. Now it's nearly everything finished. I had to stop filming because it was always raining, so I had to close everything to get it done that it's not getting wet again, because I have insulation in the bottom on the floor. And I'm not sure, it was already wet for several days. I hope that the insulation is not wet, but it's difficult to find out. Otherwise I need to open from underneath and check it. Yeah, and this is how far I got. Protection now all around today. So everything is finished and set, so I can do the rest even if it's raining. Yeah, now I have been working since 7 AM in the morning to cover everything up. So it's only this side left underneath. So at least I secure the roof. It's now a membrane on top, which will protect everything from rain and water. This side is left covered with wind protection, and then I can start to make the wall. And here it will be the shed for wood. It will be only roof and the backside will be covered. And I plan to have a kind of a carport here, but I need to see how I will mount it to make it solid. It will be raining now the next few days, so I will see if I will do anything or I will just wait. I'm not sure. But anyway, I need to tidy a little bit. So this is day 3, I guess. See you on the next day.
Bygge en fanbase og bygge navnet vårt opp i Norge. Der hvor vi.
This project is coming nearly to an end. I still have some painting to do and some boards for the corners I have to cut. And this project has been a really big project for me. I thought it would take way less time, but it took a lot of time. The weeks I have been at home, especially the weather conditions I had to fight against in April and May. And we had a really nice summer. I never had experienced such a nice summer, but as you can see, it's raining again, but it's just for a couple of days, I hope. We are going now to the autumn season, and this project has to be finished before the winter time. I like to film the whole process, but it was not possible for me to film everything, otherwise I would never be able to finish this project in time. As you know, the filming process and the editing is taking a lot of time. Now I am trying to film now a little bit in the end state of this project, so you can get a better clue experience this about and how much work it is. Let's get the rest done and see what will happen. I think it's finished for today with the painting, as you can see. I hope the paint is not running down, but I finished 2 walls. About 1 hour later I could continue with the project. I don't have any motivation, to be honest. I am just fed up with everything. It's way too much work. And now I still have a lot of work left, even on the top floor on my house and in the basement, but this I will do in the winter. So now I just need to push through getting the painting done before it's raining even more. But I don't know if I have enough paint. This was a 10-liter bucket and I paint all sides and the shed. Here I prepared some other boards, the corner boards. I already finished painted, so it might be easier after. And the stair will be left and stairs over there. And inside I have a big job inside here. Need to have covers for the wall, concrete in the floor and the heating cable. Started this project mainly because of this thing, the snowblower. It cannot stay outside as it's freezing everything and parts are getting damaged. So I had enough and I need a good wood storage, which I have here, and I already started to gather some wood. But it's still a lot of work left. 1.5 week left. I'm not sure if I will manage it. Otherwise I have to do it in October, which is basically the start of a winter season here in Northern Norway. Well, as you see, I get so far out of paint. 3 liters of paint left, maybe 2 liters, something around like that. I have to buy it, so I will do it next week. There's nothing to change about it. has been a little bit disaster. I did not manage to complete it once more again. So I have only this Sunday left to do some stuff, and then I have to clean my house. This project has been kind of a little bit annoying. It took so much time for me to do everything, so I maybe overestimated how big it is and how much time consuming it is. Now we are closing into the autumn season, and it came really fast as it suddenly stopped to be really warm, and 2 weeks only rain and a lot of wind and waves. So it's typical for Northern Norway. So we had been blessed with a really nice summer for several months and been spared about many storms, cold weather. So now it's about 12-14 degrees, and in about 3-4 weeks the snow will come slowly. So this I will document for you. And the mountain tops getting dipped in powder, and it's really nice and beautiful. But it's really interesting that the autumn season did not start yet. Normally the trees are getting gold and brown, and it's really beautiful. This is how far I got. I use heating cable in the concrete and I float the whole floor. And now it's a kind of impregnation. So I have to do once more, impregnate it, and then I can finally put in things here. The floor is ready, and the next time I can do the wall and the roof. So it's to be insulated. I hope it keeps some of the heat during the winter season for saving some money in heating. And this is anyway should be maybe at plus 6 or 10 degrees Celsius during the whole winter. I will see how it goes and how the consumption will be. Yeah, now it's October. The time is flying by, and it's getting more and more shorter time period which I have left before the snow is arriving. So this is really a long project, but it's not much left. So now I can cover the walls and make the ceiling, do the electric, and everything is ready to go. So then I might do some changes here. I should normally thought a bit better about it. So I could move everything to this wall and get even more 20 to 30 centimeters more, which is really important if I have 2 cars under the roof here. So I will see if I will do it now during the winter, or if it will wait until next year and then I just extend it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it so far. I'm soon finished about this series, so I can put it out. It was a long time for me last year, but I did a little bit all the time, and to be finished in the end. Okay, this is so far I got. So I just mounted 2 of them. It's only the rest to go. Here, there, this side and the ceiling, and then it's done. It's the next day and it's still a lot of work to do. I had to move a wall, so I got a lot of extra construction building here, and I have to extend everything. It was quite challenging, but I managed everything. So I'm just need to check how the static is and that it will cover all the weight when the snow is coming soon. You see, there's extended there, and here I moved this beam. So I just need to fill the gap here. And I also need to do something about the panels there, the cladding. And on this side I will only do the half this time. So I can still access this side here, so I can maintain it next year in the summer. So just see how fast we will get. Finally, I'm finishing off this project. So now I just need to put on some extensions with metal to keep the beams in place. But they also support the weight, what will be through the winter with a lot of snow. The big problem is when the snow is getting wet, it's getting like 4 or 5 times more of its weight, and the roof is quite flat, so there will be lying a lot of snow during a winter period, and we never know how much snow we will get and how much to expect. So I just need to prepare for the worst case, that the whole roof is not smashing down and getting destroyed on the cars. Here you see as far I got. So I put up here the beams. Need to take some metal supporting on all the connections to make it more solid. But here it's a really nice spot to be. So if I have any projects, I need to cut some wood or do some redos on my van, I can just park in front of here and I can use everything without getting wet. This has been my main issue since I bought the house, that it was not possible to do some projects. I need to have a tarp from my roof and cover all over the car. You've seen it on my van build series, maybe you watched it, maybe not, but you can check it out. I'm happy to be having some more views on these videos, and overall it was a pain to do stuff. So that's why I decided to do a kind of a carport and a shed and wood storage, just to get ahead of the future projects and to have a little bit more living quality. Now it has become really dark, 5:30. Currently it's the 16th October, so we are actually in the winter time now, but it's still looking like autumn. The winter has not completely arrived yet, but we had snow already. It was about 7 days ago. Yeah, and here's the finished project. Now this is the water supply that I can use for storage, and either for material or ladders. And here's a small shed. That's why I have made the ramp here, which I will place here and will walk in the middle, and the snowblower will drive up on its own. And this is my new outside light for the shed. Well, it has been a really long project and it was really difficult for me, at least for my motivation. I had to keep on all the time, but now I'm gladly that I'm finished, so I have a roof over my cars. It's not completely over the cars, but I will extend it next year about 1 meter, and then I have it completely covered. The main point is that I don't need to move all the cars around if I clear the snow here, so I have one fixed spot and just keep it going with snowblower, and everything will be cleared without any big time issue or time consumptions for moving everything, yeah, forward and behind. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You had been really patient with me, and thank you for this. It was a troubling year for me. I finished my exams in June, which I'm really glad about. Studies are finished, so that's perfect. And after that it was a bit difficult at work because people were harassing me all the time and doing some stuff, so I had to focus on some other things, not to let it go so close to me. Anyway, and I also had been sick, still struggling with the COVID since April, and finally it seems to be I have a solution to that. The different spray for my private health insurance, as insurance in Norway, and the doctors are not doing anything, especially here in Scotland. They just send you home all the time, and I have been 19 months many times to them and asked for help, and they didn't, they refused. So I used my private insurance and I got the appointment immediately in Bodo on the private clinic, and where I was examining myself and my body and checking my lungs, at least finally. Now it's looking good and I can do without any problems activities again. Let me know down below in the comments what you think, how you feel. I would like to hear from you. I know everyone has a hard time now with all the inflation and prices rising and the war. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.